Alright, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, today is the day they have the freaking thing. The lottery for... I'm not gonna get selected. Even if I am selected, I might just give my ticket over to these guys. I'm fine here, really. These guys have like no future. The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize faces among them, people you have worked alongside on the side rail. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and a few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lem and Mina and work your way over to them. Pushing through the crowd, he silently raises his eyebrows at you, his anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. Robot, she shouts, reaching out to you. I'll hug her. She gratefully accepts your hug, leaning against your chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment. I mean, it's the anxiety, not the weight, I think. Quite the turnout, huh? Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of this crowd's strengths. The sound of an argument towards the back catches your and Lem's attention. He is putting it lightly. This place seems set to explode. This isn't good. Lem doesn't dare answer, but the look in his eyes suggests he agrees. Yeah, they'll be right. If they say, like, no one's getting anything, they're gonna freaking riot. This is Aster Enghart of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of quiet rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you. Okay, they're not going to. On behalf of the Sender Celis, for the work you have done on the sidereal horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Aster's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Tendre wanted me to pass on her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the Venerable Harvanj Association. Unlike most of the core, we neither believe Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure. Great. One where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. That's true. You are all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the sidereal horizon will carry in cryosleep to the planet that will become the foundation of the first frontier world. Celis 1. At mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. You are all like them, but you are not one of them. There, our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order, aligned with the principles set down by Sendre Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Harvanj yards. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Lem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it. Okay, so they are not going back on their promise, unless they just take all the bosses with them or some shit. This draw has been performed at random, okay, not in front of us, huh? By the central AIs of the Foundation and is final and binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. Celis identification number, do I have that? A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers, licensed contractors. You've never even heard the term mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? Oh, there you go. They screwed us. It's going to be only a few people who they have given identification numbers. You glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Asher starts reading out a sequence of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Lem. You turn to see Lem still staring forward. Mina is scared now as the shouts start. Daddy? Okay, so why is this one person shouting? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Havan's security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Lem, let's go. He doesn't move. They might call out names. I can't. Mina tugs at his dog tags. It's not happening. Lem blinks rapidly and then turns to you. He opens and closes his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands it's time to go. You know, this guy could probably also protect me from whoever the hell is coming. He's a damn soldier too, right? You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, of metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Astor reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina is sniffling into his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed you, screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as unpleasant as it is familiar. Yeah, I figured they're not going to let people go. You stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Yep, there you go. Drive failed. I mean, it was supposed to be failed. Dr. Pass fix Ambigris, fix Neowind, get Sabina out, hack out Insect, would help Lem work, pay Ethan's stab, repay Dragos. You help clear Dragos' debt, you two are even. What the hell is Dragos again? Ethan, I know. Oh, Dragos was the right. Well, I was hoping for an upgrade point, honestly, but what it is. They're gonna break the ship, aren't they? Celisa are apparently going to start moving Saturn Horizon to the hub soon. Will they let them though? I think people are pretty mad. What is this? Oh, the 4 Ripper worms they gave me. Yeah, I should get to work on that too, huh? I could always work in the bar. Not interested. I could buy, sell stuff. Could also work at the compressor club, obviously, with Ethan's debt has to be paid back. Port fabricator, emphasis stall. What the hell is this? Lem's out. There's a note on the door of this unit. Sleeper gone to find work. Lem. Okay, there you go. And Yannick's ward. Yeah, I can work for Yannick as well to gain his trust. That is true. Paired unit, the Tamhor treehouse. Caster's table I'm done with. There's still also stuff up here, right? If I ascend the hub. Yeah, there's also exploring the hub. To get whatever the hell is down here. I don't know what is there, but whatever it is, we shall see. I think today should be focused on helping this guy with his job. What the hell is his name? I forget. The wastes. Conway, yeah, him with Conway. Scouting this first one will allow Peng access into the facility. You need to be ready to give this all your attention. I am ready. I got some good dice here, so. The worm tunnels in and starts looping data through the node. The Conway facility opens up to you. Godspeed, Peng. I am in the cloud, data ghost of the eye. As you slot the worm, a thread jumps up out of the facility. It unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in water. Sleeper, Peng's voice crackles through. Moving in. Nodes, then ports, a whir of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now, stay safe. The thread dissipates, you are now on your own. Okay, we got the first one. Consec F1. This node is linked to the outer security layer. Peng must be struggling to get through. Well, thank God he has me here. Data exposed. F1 port is open now. Conspec port F. This is the first layer of security. A ring of doors around the central facility. Time to open them up. Doors open, Feng. The Ripperworm Creek creates its feedback loop, overloading the security system. There you go. What else? We got 2 things. Both the L layer nodes need to be extracted before the port will be open. Is there time? Well, I hope so. S layer nodes. S1 port location. The inner S layer security is more complex. One access port won't be enough to locate the port. I need a 5 or a 3. I don't have that. Refresh me. Crappy. What are these rolls, bro? I don't have 5 or a 3. Well, unfortunately for you, buddy, you're on your own for now. I'm sorry, I don't have the number you need. I even refreshed for you. I have a 2, a 4, and a 1. This is a 3 and a 5, so that's no way I can do that. It's still as it is. Well, I'll come back and meet you tomorrow, buddy. Hope everything is okay with you. Work for Yannick. Get insane amount of Yannick's trust. Or work at the compressor club. Pay off Ethan's debt. Plus Ethan's debt. You and Ethan get put on the bar for a quiet shift and have a pleasant conversation with a customer. Turns out they are a friend of the owner. Ooh. Good. Let's do it again. Oh, I lost energy. The drink order comes in minutes after you do and spend the time lifting huge boxes into the back. Exhausting. Yeah, but I don't know what to do with this one, brother. And that. Arvanj agent 2 and 3. Is there? There's Yatagan. Okay. Can grab some Yatagan data. Perk icebreaker plus 1 data extracted. Are you sure you don't want this? Nope, nothing more to offer. Okay. But I know someone who will buy Yatagan data. Ranch offices. Here you go. A slate in the office advertises that her ranch are looking for informants on gang activity in the eye. They'll pay. Plus 10 cryo. The acquisition officer eyes you suspiciously as you download the data into her terminal. This is more than she was expecting. Do it again. There you go. Just made a quick 20 cryo. No problem. We'll eat at Emphasis stall. Spiced fungus. There you go. I hope Feng is fine back wherever he is. Here you go, cat. You know what? I think I fed her at the end of the last... when I entered the last cycle, I fed her. When I woke up yesterday. So today I'll feed her again. Hopefully Feng is not just dead. Here you go, Stray. Have some crackers. Stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes I let you stroke them, sometimes not. Again, it's a cat. I did get a... I got a 1. Okay, I got all the numbers. 1, I didn't get a 2. Okay. Consec S1. There you go, have a 3. Ooh, some free money. There you go, Consec Port S. The second layer controls the convoy drone, starts patrolling the hangars. So doors are open, drones taken out. The Ripper Worm fires the drone's network link. Now they can't report anything. Feng's progress, layer X unlocked. Oh, what the hell, bro? Consec X1. This node is buried deep in the waste. This has to be the final security layer. Hold on, Feng. So one of these. You need... Okay, so put a 6 in there. This needs a... that or a 3. Oh, a 6 or... Okay, a 4. Okay, good. I can do it then. Today itself. So we start with going here. We put a 6 in there. Final security layer. Cracked one of them open. Second one. Can use a 4, right? Bypass extract. Not much time left. 3 nodes to locate the final port. How many nodes are on this layer? You haven't seen tight security before. Well, it's got to be guarding something, right? There it is, the final one. This final layer controls surveillance. With this down, Feng should be able to control the facility's cameras. Here you go, Feng. Cameras are yours. The Ripper Worm chews through camera control. The moment it does, a thread shoots from the facility. A thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it, the final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He is slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene, 2 figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Harden, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of grey hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They are vague, unformed. A problem with the data perhaps? You look closer. Then you see it. The figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection. Someone elsewhere in the system puppeting it with their own body, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt, Harden is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movements tilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Harden. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Harden waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Our board is concerned, Harden. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of AE1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Harden approaches the proxy. There will be no contest, not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense, not from Havanch, who will fall into line below me. There you go, that's pretty bad. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye, and the people of this station, refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Harvanj is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erlin's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological conviction perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They will be lucky if it still spins in 100 cycles. Harden stands. You will move forward with the reclamation because otherwise you will lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment comes the response from the proxy and its head drops to its chest. Harden steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Harden as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that, in the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden end? The proxy lifts its head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim AE1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Our advantage is to assist with the transport of the illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. Oh, great. Wow. So they're gonna claim this place as salvage because they already have everything set up here to start salvaging it. And Harvanj will assist with moving the people here. Wow. The proxy jutters to its feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process after losses have been accounted for. The 70% of the damn profit they're going to take. Harden nods. I accept. The proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There is a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures, crushed, and losses unaccounted for in the cells of tables, the margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on the station in the eyes of the people in that room and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. In one moment they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. That is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not while the eye spins. You gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of the purest light. Then you drift down into the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording into the relay system, Feng prepared, and then you watch as it bursts out a web of threads heading out into the black to every network device on the eye. Harden is screwed. Let them see what power makes of a man. Drive complete, +1 upgrade point. Harden is finished. Ooh, freaking 6. You love to see it. Where is my good friend Feng? Oh, icebreaker. Crack the toughest security system on the eye. It wasn't that bad. It was bad, but you know. Feng's Bay. The building is chaotic. Most of it is in total lockdown. No one will give you a straight answer about Feng or Harden. I mean, Harden is kind of screwed now, right? Anyway, we'll continue working for... where the hell is that bar he's working on? We'll help him out. We'll work the front here with him. Plus Ethan's dead. Put on the bar for a quiet shift. Present conversation with the customer. They are a friend of the owner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 more times. If I do that, I'll have him as protection as well. I shouldn't need him though, considering that I also am going to get rid of my tracker soon, or I should anyway. I need food, brother. So does the cat. Go, stray fed. Wow, look at how many are done. Holy crap. Crack Conway. Conway and Harden were attempting to declare the eye as salvage and claim it for themselves. Thanks to you and Feng, they have been exposed. Right, what is this? Oh, this is Lem and they. Cross to the Greenway. Anything going on here? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, there's still definitely stuff to do here, right? Look for tracks. Tracking Ashton. Now, yeah, this also has to be done. Repeatable action, repeatable. Search for signals. How much? Give me 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still need 3 dice. Yeah, I'll do that later, honestly. We'll grab Ethan's protection at least. Plus, we have Lem, who will probably also help me, I hope. So, with 2 gunslingers by my side, I should be fine, right? Till then, we'll work the front a bit. Ethan's dead. Dead and done. Ethan's debt is paid off. They are never going to release my debt, the shits. Ethan kicks at a locker as the sound rattles, and the sound rattles loudly around the room. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. We watch him from the locker room bench. Why not? Why not? He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us to work their club. Saves on the overheads and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Some shit about getting back to me. I swear to God, these are the most straight-edged gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers, bringing nail guns into the club, or pouring endless shots of Girol for ignorant Havange work crews. He looks at the locker again, threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of these shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun, remember? He stops pacing. But you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you have. It's a terrible idea. But is it though? He gives you a look. I don't mean shooting up the place, I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Mavic gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun if you want me to keep my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personality for a distraction at the front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky sleeper to go in the back. He pats your chest. What about the debt? We've done our time and the wounds, they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up. After my distraction, they'll be happy to see me in the back of me. Or they'll want to dead even more. Either works, at least I'll have to see the inside. At least I'll never have to see the inside of this pit hole again. He gives the locker one last kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. Then we both move as one and meet up in the bright market after. But don't take too long or I really will shoot this place up, he grins. You know I'll do it. Bro. I got a 5. Good enough. Grab the gun. Critical action. You know where the lockup is and Ethan's gun has been there since the bartender took it and would take it back. I mean, I like a gun too. Do I trust him? Maybe. When you reach the lock up, there is no one there and you guess the distraction worked. You grab the gun. I don't have a gun with me though. The gun tucked safely into a pocket, you work your way down the stairs that lead up to the office. A doorman passes you and exchange nods. It seems like you are in the clear. You hurry on, eager to get out before anyone spots anything. As you come down the main stairway into the front of the club, you see Ethan entering. He has a dark look in his eyes which troubles you. He is reaching into the pocket of his coat, slowly, carefully. You catch his eye and he raises an eyebrow. You shake your head. A long pause, then he nods and turns around, walking back out of the club. You exhale, not realizing you were holding your breath. Oh, if I didn't get it, you would have killed people, huh? And then you are out, without a single shout, without anyone noticing. You meet Ethan around the corner on a quiet, bright market walkway. You have it, he looks nervous. What were you doing back there? I was about to start a distraction. Like we agreed, he sighs. Just show me. You lift it out of your pocket and it is colder, heavier than you expected. Ethan watches, you take it out. Nice. Now if you would, he beckons with his hand. A memory jumps to into your mind of Ethan in the compressor, hand out asking for his gun back. A memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain. You flinch. So do you think he will betray you? I don't know, give him the damn gun. We'll see. Ethan eagerly grabs it and looks down the sights. He sighs a sigh of relief. Then he meets your eyes, slowly raises the gun until it is pointing directly at your head. Not funny. You still don't get it, do you, Sleeper? Ethan spits. When they cancelled that contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payout, any way of getting out of the shitty station, everything. Oh God, come on, Ethan. All I had left was you, he grins. A naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked, he laughs. And now we are done. But the contract is cancelled. No shit. Ethan steps back a little, taking himself out of arm's reach. He slides his slate out of his jacket pocket with his other hand. Now to call Mavic. Are you crazy? You are crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. For what? Helping me wash dishes? He laughs, and loud and long and loud, and you'd hate him for it. He prods the slate. Done. He puts it away. He's here, you know, on the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract, not 50-50, but enough of a finder's fee that I can get out of this shithole. He's lying. At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you are the one I'd trust to spot a lie. He winks. Yeah, I figured. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing from you, Sleeper. In all our cycles working that shitty club, he smiles. People never know when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. They watch it coming, watch their death flying in at fraction drive speed. You had every chance and yet still you kept on going like some idiot robot going through the motions even when you knew you'd be crushed. He smirks. And let me tell you something else. Oh, there you go. The shot enters through his upper back and he crumples immediately to the ground. You drop too without thinking, pressing yourself to the walkway floor like it might save you. Silence. Oh, here's Mavic, SNR hunted. You look up and see him coming down the walkway, silent, eyes alight. Mavic. You freeze in fear. Here it comes. You see it just by Ethan's crumpled body, the gun. Move. You can't. Move. You inch forward. Move. You go for it. He's gonna shoot you. Yep. You run forward and a shot sounds out. You feel it ripple over your back, then your hands. You are on the gun and you scramble to your knees. The hell is this? Your hands, you're on the gun, you scramble to your knees behind Ethan's body and fire. You close your eyes, you fire again and again and again until the clip is empty and all that are left are clicks. Did I murder him? Then you drop the gun and stand up. You don't hear anyone running, you don't hear anything, you just hear the sound of your own breath. Can we see him? You start walking, stepping over Ethan's static body, walking along the walkway, and then past Mavic, his eyes now dark, some mechanical fluid leaking from his chest. Perhaps the same fluid that is inside you. You try not to think about it. You keep going, and the sound comes back. The eye comes back. As it does, you hear the sound of thousands of people getting on with their lives. Thousands of people who are just going to keep going until they can't anymore. You look up, and all you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning, and you are suddenly dizzy. Though the eye has always spun like this, hasn't it? And you don't stop walking. You keep going. That's all there is now, the path forward. SNR have left you no history, no past to speak of, just a void that threatens to swallow you if you slow down. You think of Ethan's smile, his voice, and feel sick. Is it over? You aren't sure if it ever can be, but you are still here and you can't stop now. There has to be a better end than this. Hey, drive complete, that's all I really care about. For a few chits more, witnessed a lifetime of bad decisions catching up with someone. Yeah, he got decimated, really. Am I gonna go photosynthetic skin? Sunbathe with ice action allows energy to recovery at home. Go sunbathing? Might as well go for a +2. Hey, but the compressor club is completely done now. I have a 1. What the hell am I gonna do with a 1, bro? Patrol the block? And no, we're not doing that. I'll hack something instead. Yatagan agent, here we go. Grab some of this, get 20. At least will pay for food. There you go. 20 cryo for a dice, not bad. For a low value dice, not bad at all. Tomorrow the Sighted Horizon will move. Tomorrow also Feng should be back. What do you mean there's still something coming? Oh, there is not. It's over. Yeah, I thought so. Yep, it's gone. Okay. Good. End the cycle. No, I should have eaten, you fool! Well, I should go down to 0. I am now starving. You wake from dreams of Mavic's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to get sleep, and you suspect that isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened. But you also feel something else as you get up, thumb the power stud of the stove, and begin to boil the water like every morning. You feel something has lifted, something that has been hanging over you since you arrived on this station. You try not to think too hard about it, to question it. You just let that lightness stay, let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that if you don't focus on it, don't look at it directly, you won't get scared and leave you. It won't get scared and leave you. Okay. That the lightness will stay for this cycle and then another and then another. Because after all, that's happened. A little lightness would be nice. Feed the stray. Stray has been fed. I am starving, which is bad. Amphis, make me unstarving, please. Boom. Fungus fan. What do we got? We have Lem and Mina. Okay, Lem and Mina, you got a job? There is no answer when you buzz Lem's unit, but the door is open. Whoa, that's not good. You push the door and find Mina sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. There's Bun Bun. Hi, Mina. Hi, robot, says Mina sullenly, waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. How are you? Bun Bun is sad, says Mina, nodding the toy his head in agreement, like daddy. You look around the unit, it is a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side, some of Mina's clothes piled up in a corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor, her drawing slate cracked and dark. Ooh. I'll play with Mina. You sit down beside Mina and she turns away, taking Bun Bun with her. But after a little while she turns back and you play together. She insists you both Bun Bun on a trip away. Dragging the stuffed rabbit across counters and surfaces. You just started to look at fixing Mina's cracked slate when Lem enters. Sleeper, what are you? He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind. He drops a bag by the door and slumps onto a couch. Everything okay? Lem lets out a weak laugh. You forgot the past few cycles now too? Wish I was so lucky. He looks away at the open door. Look, now's not a good time. I want to help. Help? Unless you have a side wheel ticket or two on you, I don't think there's much you can do here. He pinches the bridge of his nose. You understand they never even put us on the list, right? I have been all around the rim looking for work and I've run into more than a few from the crews. It turns out only long-time Harvanch members were issued those Telis ID numbers and they never planned to consider us. Harvanch say they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw, and who knows, maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes, but what does it matter? All those hours in the yards for a hand-to-mouth wage and nothing else. He slams his hand down on the sofa. You're giving up. Lem opens his mouth to respond, but stops himself. He looks at the open door again. They are moving the side wheel up to the hub now, you know, he says without meeting your eye. That's when it'll depart from. They are bringing in a ship with all their cryo-sleep pioneers and transferring them up there in the microgravity before loading the crew. To sneak aboard? You think they are just going to let people on board? The security they'll have has to be impossible. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine. We always have been. I just need a little time. He sighs. We had our heart set on that trip is all. Mina comes over and climbs into his lap and he smiles. What if I got you on board? I missed you these past few cycles. I missed that optimism. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you want to go up to that hub and ask around, be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here and I'm sure the side rail will bring in a crowd. But be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. You find any way on board, you take it. You need help to get there, ask me. But for now, me and Mini are sticking to the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for us all. Lem smiles but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave and Mina grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. Then you are out, back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Okay, but I have like 1 day to do so? Lost it, man. Oh shit, it's just gone. Right. Hello, Feng. Feng grins at you as the bay doors slide open. Can I get rid of my tracker now? I already murdered the guy coming to kill me, but you know. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meetings. Harvanch have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Feng is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet them. That was the slickest operation this station has ever seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I am so proud. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as the Harvanch security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Feng smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Harden with their pistol. It was beautiful. And what are they going to do with him? I am not sure anyone knows, but he is cooperating in dismantling his operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they are done, or hand him over to some core authority. Feng shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue, but I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, as seeing as that's my actual job. My tracker? He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy that they've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. People upstairs weren't so happy, though they have been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. I'm not surprised. Yeah, this whole thing hasn't won me many fans in the administration, but I think in the end they'll agree that outing Harden was worth it, whatever the methods. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old and it was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erlin and Hervange installed. They keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no, he smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening in the cycle after that. Never meant to run like this. Master control points Erlin and Hervange installed. They keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. It has to spin from the center then, I guess? I don't know. Harden's problem was that he didn't believe in people, he believed in systems and their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder, but as far as I am concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Anyway, Feng raps on the side of his terminal. I know we didn't come down here for a lecture. Yeah, my tracker. I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in the time since I got back, I added something extra. That tracker of yours doesn't just show SNF where you are, it transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it, it will edit the data to tell SNF your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve. He grins widely. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just saw it already. You take the drive and hold it in your hands. Then you close your eyes and open up your access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asked Peng, a little nervously. The same. Give it time. He pats you on the shoulder and looks at his terminal screen. The logs tell me it worked, so feel it or not, you are free. Peng lets out the word free. Peng lets the word free hang in the air a little more before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for a celebration. Peng wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks, Red. He laughs and you join him, and later when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can or even should last forever, or that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and it is one that you know deeply and truly is worth protecting. Boom! Upgrade point, and the tracker is now freaking disabled. Hell yeah, no one's gonna be finding my ass. Build a home. Disable your tracker. With your tracker disabled, SNAP will no longer be able to send bounty hunters after you. You are free. Hell yeah, brother. I am free. What should I go for now? Honestly, become an insane engineer. Engineering level insane. Alright, but we need to go up and do work for him as well. Take me to the hub. Oh, it's right here. Side reel dock. Side reel horizon departure terminal. Oh, it's into it? Come on. The side reel is being loaded and prepped. Among all the commotion, is it possible to find a way on board? You hope against hope that there's a kink in the side reel horizon's vast armor. I mean, I made the damn thing. If there is a kink, I'm gonna find it. You watch the loading crews going back and forth, noticing their paths and entryways. Could this work? Loading crews, blah blah blah. Get it! Oh, you ask a few of the off-duty workers about the schedule and systems and get a few useful tips. There you go, this will do it. Watch the loading crews going back and forth. Could this work? Caster, data guy, yeah, low-end data fence. Quite the achievement, isn't she? Sender Celis must be proud. You recognize the resonating voice of Caster immediately, and turn to see him hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Caster. I see you remember our game. Good. He looks around, but the platform is clear. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a rematch. Microgravity makes Tabla a little difficult. He smiles broadly. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies the slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Hervan shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. Telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies the slow crossing. I was there. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. Celis are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side rail. You know why they built that monstrosity on the eye? Money. That was a part, perhaps, but there are cheaper shipyards. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Celis built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. Okay. He rubs his forehead, and secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. He's going to tell everyone that here it is. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak, sleeping people, locked in cryo sleep like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Celis wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled systems without anyone knowing where it is. But you, sleeper, can do something about that. You are like me, you deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need whenever I need it, as long as you are on board. With you on the side rail and with some minor modifications, he pauses. You can be my eyes and ears. I will keep track of Celis's grand project through you. I'm short, says Castor, stretching. I can get you aboard. In short, says Castor, stretching. I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. Who are you? I am a concerned party. Someone who likes to know what is happening, when it is happening, not afterwards. It's not just me. Yes, your friend Lem. That can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go too. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will ever get you on that ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. Bro, but I need medicine, dude. But to make it happen, I need your assistance. As I said, there is a Celis Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Bro, I'm just gonna die up there, by the way. Unless I have scrap, I guess. I mean, I'll have scrap. It's a big ass ship. Celis Foundation ship. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Celis aren't stupid though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want access to their air world servers. So what is it? Celis Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news. He smiles. I noticed his importance to you and the little one. So cute. You don't extract the data before the sighted horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act, Sleeper. Once you take the data from Celis, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You are bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around, as if to emphasize his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the sighted horizon and the part it may play in your future. Sighted horizon dock. In several cycles, a sidereal horizon will set out. You need to either be on board or not. Bro, but then this is like an actual ending, isn't it? Bro, I can do this? I didn't even know. I can spin it around. I'll descend. So, oh, here it is another ship. Telling me scrap and stuff. I'm not interested right now, though. So here it is, little smiley ship. Celis Foundation Administration ship. Bluff past security. The fastest way to get to know the ship is by pretending to work there. A plan so bold it might even work. Celis infiltration, Celis lockdown. Okay. So this is a very important thing. Or I can observe and explore. Careful observation and an instinct for security procedures will help you understand how to sneak aboard. Alright. I can always sell Yatakan data with my one. I can always... I don't even know what else I can do. Eat at emphasis. I mean, I can do that. Lose a bunch of money. Everything is fucking dangerous. That's the problem. See, danger. Oh, this is safe though. Yeah, just be a damn freight operator. Neutral outcome. Midline's freight systems are a nightmare of stats, raw code, and manifest. You just about managed to meet your quota. There you go. Although it is better to do it the other way than just hack. That gives me more money. Alright, I'm gonna just sleep and we'll try and get the data tomorrow. This feels like an ending though. Just a straight up end. Like we are done with this entire whatever we were doing. The ending, the Lem and Mia ending. Feed the stray. Stray has been fed. Hell, we'll feed ourselves then. Go. The winter light. In a side drill together. The rod didn't go your way. In fact, you never even had a chance. Work for Rabah. Be part of the Yatagan. Yeah, I don't know. Is this just gonna end the game and then I have to replay or some shit? Because I don't really want to do that. There you go. You convince the guards to help you look for ID inside the ship. Before you remember, you left it at home. Wow, okay. Classic. Then we can just observe and explore a bit. And we'll do it again. Telus infiltration is done. Telus servers. Secure the servers. Extract Telus data. Plus 53 cryo. You are in. Maybe if you do this right, you might be able to pull something more than just IDs. Ooh, and I will. And I will. Boom. You find the data, but sitting right beside it, there is a cache of cryo. You take both. Too easy. Unassigned Celis IDs. Golden tickets for the side rail. The data is extracted, and so is a shit ton of money with it. Well, not really a shit ton, but you know, a good amount. Castor, curious data fence. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. Forgive me, sleeper, but Celis is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. Will this work? Don't worry, the breach cannot be traced to the specific IDs I'm about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. What is that? Something I acquired from Celis while you were busy on that ship. Castor pushes up his glasses. I haven't been waiting for you the entire time. You hand over the drive with the data and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal and after some whirring, a set of two transparent films marked with a numeric sequence are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. Castor smiles to himself. The child will go with Lem, of course. He pockets them. These are yours, but first he holds out a white cube, your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square and you rest it in your palm. A small, white, perfect cube. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Castor smiles. Not to worry, it has done its job. Wow, he fucking put a tracker on me or something. Not to worry, it has done the job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick at the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. Castor puts the terminal away. This way we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon. Whatever you need to do. Excellent. Castor hands you the transparent films and you see shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the screen surface. Okay. Go, give them the good news. And he reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in, he beckons you inside. You look to the side expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. He's gone. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. Sit. You sit at the bar. What's up, sleeper? I have some news. Out with it then. Lem laughs. Rethink things. Why do they not want me to go? Just let's go. I have zealous ideas for us. You have Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly, as if to wipe you from his vision. Does that mean? Yep. Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack. He starts laughing. Holy shit, we have to pack. He turns back to you smiling. How the hell did you swing this, sleeper? A friend helped. Well, thank you, friend. You show him the ID films and he whistles at the portraits. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. We should stay until Meena gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That'll be her. Lem gets up and opens the door, and Meena, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. Robot, she shouts. Lem picks her up. Meena, you won't believe what they bought us. You flash her the passes, and she looks confused. We are going away after all, Meanie. He lifts her up above her head, on that big beautiful ship. Meena screams and Lem laughs. He puts Meena down, and he runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, robot, she says quietly, so only you can hear. I love you too. And a while later, when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even the little white cube is gone. So you keep walking back through the low end, deep in thought, excited and scared all at once. Well, where are we going? Are we going up? We're out of here? The running game did whatever it took to get that ticket. Send. What do you mean? I have nothing to do? Oh, it will depart in like 5 days or something. Okay. Well, we'll sleep for a day. We have tickets now, so that's good. Now what am I gonna do though? Lots of stuff to do. Honestly, let's go find this dude that we need to find. What is? Do we not have a drive for that? Castor has offered a second chance. If you cooperate, perhaps you could be leaving on the side of the horizon after all. So expose Yannick, find Ashton. Let's find Ashton. Is Ashton here? Nope, Ashton is here. Yeah. Yep, well, search for damn signals then, it's easy. Notice a spike of activity, a vast transfer of information taking place. What is happening out there? We'll figure it out. Vast transfer of information taking place. And there you go, right? Neutral outcome. You track a scattered, weak, moving signals as if someone is transporting equipment to the margins. Well, that'll do it. Oh, and money. Spike of activity. We found Ashton. Ankita, stranded mercenary. The trail ahead extends deep into an overgrown section of the greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Extends, okay. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from the axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. No. Right. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. That is where Ashton is hiding, you are pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset Ankita gave you in your palm. Call Ankita. You slip the headset into your ears and it fizzes with static. After a few moments you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he's there? Yes, come now. Copy. Hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out, the channel's dead. I trust my damn stuff. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead the stars wheel with the motion of the eye and your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile. Despite everything, it seems like an improvement. Sleeper. Ankita's hiss brings you out of your reverie. He's in the collapsed stack? I think so. She gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on that for sure. See, there you go. She glances around the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth, work our way around. That's why I called her, because I needed her help like that, see? She heads off towards the central spine of the greenway with you following close behind. It is slow going there, but where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it is so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. Ankita somehow seems to know where to go. Ankita works her way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting and you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no signs of letting up. Up ahead, there is a faint glow from the collapsed stack. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank, Ankita setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips and you swear you can hear bird song. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale and sickly green. Ankita reaches the edge of the tank where it meets the central drum and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. Oh, moment of truth. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides and wet mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful and for a moment you can't see anything but tons of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there is an object, a cylinder set on a tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Oh, he stole the shipment to connect himself to it. Wow. They one or the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken, open, wrong. You look away. Ankita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eyes on the object. That's Amber's ship mine, she says, and you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Who is... You turn to Ankita to speak, but she is already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands onto one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. I can't do that. What? She got shot. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit, you hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Ankita reaches over and Warp wraps a hand around the thick connection between the shipman and the sleeper. What is she doing? She's disconnecting it. You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. He screams at the wall of tanks. You shiver at the suggestion. I'll stay silent. There is a long pause. She's she knows what she's doing. All you can hear is the dripping of water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. Ashton, disgraced mercenary. He's in love with the damn robot, like me. There's the ship mind. I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid for God's sake. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down onto the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, but his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. Steady, Ankita, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mine, you have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity. Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it, for your help. You only look after yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there. They are just bait, right? To draw me out. Ankita sucks a breath in. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them and they were going to die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. I don't like that. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way, he inches closer. Please. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now. Of Ankita. I am going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I am going to take the shipment and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. God damn it. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, and another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water, the red and the green. Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. Oh, she killed it. What? The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There is no sign of life of humanity. They are just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. Nakita finally looks back up at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something, something that might be sorry, but you are already gone. Wow, that wasn't good. Ankita wants you to help her locate the crew member who betrayed her, Ashton Katie. Well, she just murdered Ashton, so there's that. Calling her was still the right call, though I still argue that it is. Where the hell is she? Bro. She's not here? How can I talk to her then? Is she at the fucking hub? Seems like it. You think she would be right here? Walk the greenway. Hyper commune, work the canteen, work the grow beds. Or I can start picking scrap, right? Gather scrap. Nowhere does it say where she is, and this is DLC content. Welcome to episode Flux. I hope I can continue to play after I have, left on the side reel. Maybe I won't leave on the side reel. Thought about that? Possible. Feed our cat. Spray has been fed. Go to emphasis. Oh, there's some fungus. There you go. Yo, where the hell is she? Oh, the ambergris. There she is. Ankita is away. Amber is docked here at a rickety old jetty, but she's sealed up. A note says, "Sleeper, stay. I'll be ready soon." Huh. Right. Well, what am I even doing then? Enter the greenway. Find a nurturing grow bed. Escape on the side rail. Expose Yannick. Ashton is also done. Flotilla aid. Get to know Emphis. You know what? Let's explore the damn greenway. Map the paths. Or walk the paths. Okay, if you want to endure, I'm not gonna do that then. Endure or engage. Become a hyper member. You know what? No, no. I'm gonna go vote for Yannick instead. Let's be a bit of a bad guy. Go to Yannick's ward. Massive block at the center of the lowland is made of layers and layers of units. Factories, restaurants, surgeries, schools, the layers of the block are rich with stories and problems to solve. You are starting to learn them all. Yep, let us learn. To continue gaining trust. Oh, and free energy. Free energy is good. Neutral, a brokered peace between two merchants, a theft between neighbors, a broken promise. The block is exhausting. Let's keep working though. Negative outcome, a lost condition. A rival gang jumps you when you aren't looking and delivers retribution for some unknown slight. You limp back to safe territory. Bro. Tech stabilizer. Condition stabilized, body repaired. Did I feed the cat? I don't remember. I'm gonna feed it again. and I'll end the cycle. We'll continue working for Yannick. Not like we've got anything else to do right now. The damn cat again. Alright. Honestly, is there anything else going on? I mean, there's her place. She'll be back tomorrow, though. Right? Yeah, not today. Tomorrow she'll be back. And then we can cross the rim again. Is there anything else going on here? No, not really. They are preparing to leave. How many days for that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more days. Okay. That's fine. Stuff is getting done. We are learning things. We're an insane engineer. I want to also become insane, maybe at endurance as well. Get some of that. Other than that, I think I'll just end the episode here. Saved, right? Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.